Hello and welcome back to the Abundant Joy Tarot. I'm really glad to have you here. I'm going to dig in today about looking into February and taking a look at, what is the energy that you're carrying with you right now as you walk into February. And then we'll take a look at what may be happening within your career and money, your relationships and home, your health and wellness. And then we'll take a look at what energy are you going to be closing the month out with, and any final guidance from Spirit along the journey. I've already pulled the cards for each of the decks here, and I'm going to reveal to you the stone. I think actually I was also going to reveal this first card. So I'm going to do that, and then we will jump into your readings. Again, I want to thank all of you who have subscribed to the channel and who continue to follow the Abundant Joy Tarot. This is truly a gift to be able to offer this journey with you and share whatever guidance I can to support you on your soul's journeys toward joy, love, and abundance. Please know that I do offer personal readings. And I love doing personal readings because I get to tap in to your energy specifically rather than these general readings, and give you as much guidance as I can. And if you're interested in one of those readings, I conduct them via Zoom, and you can email me at at abundantjoytarot@gmail.com. So with that being said, let's take a look at the different piles that you have to choose from. And I would encourage you to just allow yourself to take a deep breath, tap into your inner intuition and guides, and see which pile is calling to you. If more than one pile calls to you, there may be messages in the other piles that are going to resonate with you. Understand that this is a general reading. So take what resonates. That's what's most important, okay? And if none of the piles seem to call to you at all, I would encourage you to take a look at my channel. There's a lot of readings that I'm putting out and have put out, and they're timeless readings. So there may be another reading that is really calling to you at this time. So I encourage you to check those out as well. And that being said, let's get into your options, all right? So for pile number 1, the stone that you have here is laugh. That's excellent. I love to laugh. So you've got laugh, and then you've got this card here as your top card. This is sort of this card was pulled in relation to what energy are you moving into February with, all right? Or one of the cards that is speaking to that. And this is 16, which would be a 7. So that's for pile number 1, laugh, and this card. Pile number 2, you have strength. Strength. Hopefully you can see that well. And this card here. And this is a 36, which is going to give you a 9. Okay. For pile number 2, strength, and card number 36. And then finally for pile 3, you have relax. Relax. And this card, which is card number 45, which is also a 9. All right. So again, I encourage you to just take a breath, check in with yourself, see which pile is calling to you, and then you can go to the description and click the timestamp and go directly to your reading. And I'll look forward to seeing you in your reading. Hello, pile number 1. Welcome to your reading. You were drawn in by the laugh stone here, the laugh stone, and this card here. And this is card 16, which is also 7 numerically. And this card is the rescue card. This card is a beautiful card to go into February. So we're looking at how are you sort of entering the space. The main thing that this card talks about is being able to ask for help. You can see that she is up there kind of on the mountaintop. She's stable and safe, but kind of needs a rescue, right? Because she's just sort of floating out there, and help is on the way. The scout is looking out for her and able to help her to get to wherever she needs to go. Okay. This talks about making sure that you are asking for help. Oftentimes we think, particularly if we're successful in some way, or if we feel like we've got it, we're carrying everything, we're doing what we need to do, that we don't need to ask for help. And this card encourages you to not only ask for help from the people and the support systems around you in this physical realm, but it also talks about you leaning on spirit and asking spirit to help, and knowing and trusting that the divine is right there, ready, willing, and able to jump in and support you. And this is the energy that we were looking at as you are walking into February. All right, so let's see what else is around the energy of you walking in. And I did pull some tea leaves, but I want to see what the tarot is that is in alignment with this card. You've got the Knight of Pentacles. So the Knight of Pentacles is that slow moving knight that is moving steadily, step by step towards assured success. Okay. What a beautiful way to walk into a month, right? So what this card is really saying to me is that as you are diligently working, be sure that you pause and ask for guidance and support and help along the journey. Each step of the way in your process. If you're starting something new, like a business, or you're even dealing with something, within relationship, or maybe you are looking to buy a home or move, get to a new physical location of some kind. What the guidance here is that every step of the way, working on your taxes, trying to get yourself financially stable, that just popped into my head. So every step of the way, there is support waiting to help you. You do not have to answer the questions on your own. All right. But you are moving towards assured success. All you need to do is keep putting one foot in front of the other. Continue letting your head guide you, your heart guide you, and to take the steps toward where you're going, because you're on the right track and you've got support and help to support you along the way. Let's see what your tea leaves are that are around the energy as you kind of are coming. Oh, we got 3 tea leaves as you're coming into February. Great happiness. I love that. That goes quite well with the laughter. Okay. What I'm also hearing with this laughter stone is a need for you to, how when you laugh, it's like a moment of pause, right? It's a moment of rest and reflection. It allows for a lightness to come into your body and into your spirit. And there is a guidance here for you to be able to really allow your laughter to help guide you on this journey. Okay. When you feel like you're frustrated, allow yourself to laugh at yourself. Okay. Gather other people around you to laugh at the situation. You've got firecracker. Ooh, excitement. I love that. Okay, we'll see how that gets played out. And torch, spiritual development, enlightenment, awareness, and understanding. What I'm really feeling from this torch is you using your internal flame to guide you on this path. With this Knight of Pentacles energy and even the rescue energy, the sense that I have over this whole pile is that you're walking into February with kind of a steady peace. Like the energy that I feel over this is very steady, easy, even flow, right? moving along the journey. This excitement firecracker is a totally different energy that kind of popped in there. So I'm curious to see how that gets played out. But overall, there's just, it's not a slow heavy, it's a slow light, but with joy that is embedded in it. But it's still a steady, calm movement as you take steps to move toward what you're moving toward in February. So this is the guidance that we've got you coming into. So I'm going to put this over here, hoping you can still see that, the rescue card and the knight. And I will put your tea leaves here so that we can refer back to them. And then let's take a look now. I pulled two tarot cards and an oracle card to take a look at what might be happening in the realm of your career and money within the month of February. Okay, pile one. So let's take a look. So you've got 6 of Pentacles. That's a nice card to have in your career and money, because this is all about generosity, support. Some say charity, but I see it as sort of like a reciprocal inflow of material support, like financial support, resource support, guidance. It's like someone is coming in and recognizing that what you're doing or who you are is a spark and would benefit them in some way. And so they're giving to you from a place of ease, right? It's a place of this is going to be a benefit to me too, right? And so there's like a benefactor of giving that occurs there. It could happen with like a partnership that kind of gives a little bit more, because they're recognizing your value, right? And this can happen because we're talking about your career and money. This can show up in this way. Some of you all may also get, what I'm hearing is sort of an unexpected influx of material support. Okay, it could be from a family member, could be from your job. It could be like an extra bonus that sort of comes in the month of February to help support you in your life's path and purpose. Wow, what great card in the Wheel of Fortune. So again, we're looking at your career and money. And so the 6 of Pentacles and the Wheel of Fortune are great cards to have, because the Wheel of Fortune is about this chance. That's why I kind of was getting the sense of like an influx, like some kind of surprise influx of some kind of money or resources that are coming in. The Wheel of Fortune is turning in your direction. So something that maybe has not been working so well, like within your career or job choice, or, what it is that you spend your time and energy on, or how it is that you receive resources or money, the fates, if you will, are turning in your direction. So it's going to be a lot easier for you within February in regards to career and money, getting the resources that you need, having your luck turn in the direction that supports you, supports your success, right? Easy goes, steady, step by step. You're going to see an increase within the month of February. That's really wonderful. And the oracle card that you have is Awakening. Now, this is the second time that this has come up here, because we also got the spiritual development, the enlightenment, the torch. This says, "Oh my Lord, wake me from life as a spiritual sheep. May I hear you through my own instincts and common sense." And again, we're talking about your career and money. So there is guidance here for you, pile one, to make sure that you are truly listening to whatever your connection is with the divine or higher power or source that's greater than you, making sure that you're listening to the guidance from that. If you don't have a strong belief in a higher power, then it's going to be listening to your intuition, listening to your higher self, that which is guiding you in this life, right? But in the month of February, tapping into the divine is going to allow you to see a greater level of success, by listening to the guidance and taking the steps that are necessary that arise for you. And this is showed up in multiple places because we've got the awakening here, we've got the spiritual enlightenment here, and then the rescue card also emphasizes that the greatest help that you can receive is coming in from the divine. So it's almost like I'm hearing, turn your eyes to the divine and the divine will guide you. Okay, all you need to do is to turn your eyes to the divine and ask for help, and that guidance is going to come to you. Beautiful. So that's what we have for your career and money. So now we're going to take a look at your relationships and home. Okay, relationships and home. I'm going to put your career and money over here. Okay, relationships and home. King of Cups. The Emperor. Wow. And then your oracle card for career and home. Protecting love. When it comes to your relationships, now understand that we're looking at relationships, so you understand this is a general reading, so this will have to apply to the predominant relationships in your life. If you're single, then it could be someone that you may be dating, or it could be with friends and family, the people that are close to you in your life right now that this message is applying to. If you're married in some way, then probably your partnership plays in that. But this can also be relevant to friendships, family, a boss relationship of some kind. But we're talking about your domestic life, whatever your home life looks like, okay? Our domestic lives can look very, very different, right? So depending on what that looks like for you, this is where this message is going to apply. So you've got protecting love, which says to me that it is going to be important for you to spend some time nurturing your space of home, whatever that is to you. If that is deep friendships, it's making sure that you're making that extra effort to pour into and protect the communication, protect the love. Make sure that, people will sometimes use the analogy that within relationships, there's sort of these emotional bank accounts. So making sure that you have really poured into the emotional bank account of the people that you love and care for, okay? That you've made your full deposits, okay? So that you can make sure that you are protecting the love. Now, you've got the King of Cups and you've got the Emperor, both very strong cards. Masculine in energy, okay? However, the King of Cups, because the cups represent emotions, the King of Cups, although is definitely a masculine energy, it's also an energy that is deeply emotional, intelligent. So really tapped into an understanding of his emotions. And in this case, in this particular deck, the King of Cups is represented by a female-looking energy, okay? And so what we're talking about here, though, is being balanced emotionally in your relationships and in your home. The other card that you have here is the Emperor. And what that tells me is that there is going to be an energy of sort of dominion in your home. And there's a need for you to be able to balance both your emotional intelligence and your ability to act with authority and leadership within your relationships and in developing and protecting your domestic life and home. The Emperor, what is specific about the Emperor is the Emperor is able to look at the broad scope of things. The Emperor is not just a king. He doesn't just look over a kingdom. He looks over a empire, okay? So there's a multiple spaces in which the empire is navigating. And the way that the Emperor does that is through strategy. So what this tells me is that in regards to your relationships, in regards to your home, it's important for you to make sure that you are taking in the full picture, the full big picture of all of your relationships and making strategic choices about where you're pulling into, when you're kind of leaning into the relationship, when you're pulling back some in the relationship, to make sure that there's space for breath, but also close enough to protect that which is important to you, and making sure that you are protecting. What I'm hearing is protecting the hearts of your domestic world, whatever that looks like for you. If that's just a partner, that's a partner. If that's a family, protecting the hearts of the family, it's doing that. If it's a deep friendship, protecting the hearts of that deep friendship. Showing up, looking at the big picture, and making strategic decisions about how to navigate and keep the relationship whole. And doing it by using your emotional intelligence to guide you, okay? So that's what I see here for your relationships. I'm sorry, I paused there for a minute because my mind went back to the money and career. Okay. I looked down at them, and then I got another message about the career and money. And what I am getting here is for your money and career section that we talked about a little bit earlier, to make sure that you are being agile when it comes to upcoming choices that you're going to have within your in the realm of your career or money, however your decisions that you're needing to make about your finances. The guidance that I'm getting is that things that have not worked in the past are now going to work better in February. So be sure that you fully look at a situation and don't discount something that maybe was not successful in the past, because the wheels are turning for you and it may now be successful for you in the future. And this is specifically with regards to your career and money, okay, within the month of February. All right, so that is that. So that is the career and money. And then this was relationship and home. And now we're going to look at your health and wellness. Health and wellness. And the tarot cards you have for your health and wellness. Ooh, wonderful. 9 of Pentacles. I love that for you. And the 7 of Pentacles. Wow. Okay. So with regards to your health and wellness, and understand when I was thinking about, and then you also have this card, Will-o' the Wisp. Treasures hidden in the shadows. Okay, so we're going to find out some more information about that. Now, in regards to the 9 of Pentacles is also one of those wish fulfillment cards, but what's different about the 9 of Pentacles in regards to a wish fulfillment, look at this, is that it's something that you have been working on. So in your health and wellness, we're specifically talking about your physical health, your mental health, your spiritual health, your emotional health, all aspects of your health, right? Your wellness, your being, right? And so because this is a general reading, this may apply to different areas. For some of you all, this is because you have been working hard on something with your physical health and it is coming to fruition. It is like a wish coming true within your work that you've been doing, and that it's harvest time, right? This is when you are receiving all of the benefits of all of the work that you put in. It is a stable wish fulfillment because it is based on all of the energy and time and effort that you have put into something. For some of you all, this is going to be you on your spiritual journey, because we've had the references to like spiritual awakening and enlightenment. So in regards to your health and wellness, you will see a activation of some kind with regards to your spiritual knowing, your spiritual self, your spiritual peace. Okay. For some of you, and for some of you, this may be happening on all levels. You may see an increase in your physical stamina. You may see an increase in your intuition, your spiritual connection to the divine, heightened, your faith renewed, okay? And then you may also have a sense of emotional well-being. Some of you have been doing a lot of shadow work and doing a lot of healing. And the month of February is going to be about a culmination and you beginning to see how all of that work gets played out in your day-to-day by abundance. Seeing it register in your material world, because that's what the pentacles are talking about. Your material world, your physical world, your foundation of who you are. Okay, you're going to see tangible results, tangible abundance on the level of your physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual health and well-being. Now, the Seven of Pentacles is telling me that, although the Nine of Pentacles is saying it's time to reap, it's time to reap. In some areas, however, there's a need for you to be a bit patient. You're going to see some things come to full fruition through this Nine of Pentacles, and then some things are budding. You're going to see them begin to bud, particularly if you've been doing some deep work for some period of time with regards to like your emotional well-being or your spiritual well-being. In the month of February, you're going to see some true sprouts, right? It'll be tangible, and that you'll be able to see the growth that you have manifested, but there is more to come, right? Which is beautiful. So it's like you'll begin to see, and that seeing it is going to, I'm hearing, revitalize you, invigorate you to keep going forward. Okay. But if you get any sense of like, oh gosh, this is still taking so long, rest assured, love, that your harvest is continuing to come in. But I don't think that's going to be too much of a struggle for you, because I think you're going to see some real concrete, tangible results in the work that you've been doing. And that in and of itself is going to be a motivation for you to continue to move forward. Okay. So this card right here, the Will of the Wisp, treasures hidden in the shadows. It talks about a bit of like a detour or taking a different route that it may have come to you in the past. So it may have come to you in the past and you may have refused it. So for instance, if you're building a business of some kind, you may have thought, I need to build a website, and then thought, I'm not going to do that right now. It's not time to do that, or I'm not going to just start on that journey because I've got this, and this to do. The opportunity, this card is saying that this opportunity is going to come in again, and then you're going to have to make a choice about whether or not you're going to continue on a path that you know, or take a leap of faith and take a bit of a detour on the path that you're on. And this card is actually saying to lean into the divine again. So we've got this sort of recurring theme here of you tapping into your intuition, tapping into the divine. It says, the card says that a profound shift of an epiphany can occur only when you risk the detour and enter the unknown. Okay, so it's like you'll get a new understanding, a new idea about something, a new direction, okay, in regards to your health and wellness, what you need to do to further that development, further that growth, all right? So now is the time to trust higher forces to lead you into this place. These worlds are hidden as the threshold between what was and what can be. Okay, so the heater came on and was really loud. So in regards to the Will of the Wisp, this is also asking, you can probably see here that there is kind of like shadowy mask energy here. And this is really talking about you also beginning to unmask your own self, right? To unmask your own self and finding the treasures within you, okay? So this is, again, talking about your health and wellness. And I'm really getting the sense from this pile that a lot of you all within the month of February, your personal growth is also going to be an ascension, if you will, within your spiritual work. Those of you that are particularly spiritual, There is an ascension, a new layer of learning that is coming for you in regards to understanding not only yourself in a deeper layer, but understanding your connection to the divine, understanding your sense of purpose. So there's an opportunity here for you to find a deeper treasure that is within you, okay? By allowing yourself to take the risk, take a different direction, a detour, if you will, on what you typically do and how you typically roll with regards to your spiritual development. All right. So that's what I'm seeing there. And then finally, I pulled what is kind of some final guidance from Spirit and what energy are you sort of walking out of. So the first cards are walking out of February with. So the first cards I pulled were this to line up with you coming in. You came in with the Knight of Pentacles and the Rescue card. You're walking out of February with the Six of Wands. Love that. And what is this right here? Field of Dreams. That is wonderful, pile one. So what this is telling, so the Six of Wands is that success card. That is the card often, I'm trying to remember what the Rider-Waite image is, but, oftentimes it's, I think it's like a knight coming in on a horse with the wands, and everyone's celebrating his win and his success, and the whole community has come forward to celebrate his greatness, his triumphs, his wins. And so the Six of Wands is about not only your own internal and external success in whatever it is that you're working on, but it's also a recognition of that success. Everyone seeing your blossoming, right? Your own success, your own guidance toward, I love that this is like, kind of going to the nectar, right? It's like you have discovered the sweet nectar of life and you're on this giant bird, so that I'm sure that everyone can see you from the sky. All of the other birds there are sort of acknowledging the beauty of this one bird and you on it and its connection to getting the nectar. But the Six of Wands in general is just really about success and celebration. So it's wonderful that the beginning of your month is like the Knight of Pentacles steadily moving toward a certain success, and that you're walking out of February with that success, right? And then the Field of Dreams is incredible because it's like you are landing in a place where you're going to have multiple opportunities that are ready to hatch for you as you continue to move out throughout your year. But at the end of February, it's like you're kind of sitting on this nest egg of dreams, possibility, and it's about you really cultivating your thoughts, making sure that you are focused on the magic of your life and what may be possible for you. Concentrate on your best life, regardless of what you see as kind of outer circumstances, okay? Make sure that you understand that you have a basket full of seeds that are quite powerful, and your talents are divinely inspired and will indeed lead you to a great harvest to be shared with others. You will reap what you have sown. So what's critical for you is to dream big, dream beautiful, and take action. Okay. And that's what you're doing in this month of February. You're steadily taking action so that as you come to the end of February, you're going to be going out with all of these opportunities. And then the final guidance from Spirit is humility. As you're going through this month, flowers are unaware of each other's beauty. They bloom regardless. Okay. So there's this sense of like and that's the stillness, I think, that I'm feeling over this entire pile. Okay. This sense of stillness, this sense of peace, of you steadily doing the work that you need to do. But there's going to be some really exciting moments for you. We've got this firecracker here, and it talks about excitement. It talks about great happiness here. We've got laughter up here. We've got this Six of Wands. So it's a very powerful month for you, Pile 1, with regards to success. Your main thing is just to kind of go easy, right? Just go easy, step by step, and you will get to where you need to get. Okay, so your final guidance here is the Hermit. Retreat and recharge. And so what I'm feeling is that I feel like this card is really about, well, it's actually, I was going to say it has to do with the end of the month, but actually what I heard as I was about to say that was, this is something that you need to be mindful of throughout the month. And what I say something is this energy of the Hermit. So the Hermit is going to be that energy where you're needing to go within, listen to yourself, meditate. If you don't currently have a meditation practice, simply sitting and breathing, listening to not only yourself, your internal guidance, but also your connection to the divine. Whatever that might look like for you, whatever that practice of meditation or prayer, connection, whatever that is for you. I know that there are multiple ways to do that. It could be walking meditations. It could be sitting meditations. It could be sitting and praying. It could be at a church. It could be your home. It could be outside. It could be wherever it is for you that allows you to significantly connect. And the guidance that I'm getting from Spirit is that what is going to support you through this month, where you're going to have some great successes, some great excitement coming through, a lot of joy and happiness and connection and laughter, is you making sure that you are taking time to pull back a bit and get a break and listen and allow what you are hearing to guide your next steps forward. This is not a pile where it's like you're rushing to the finish line. You're simply going to take steps every day to move you towards your purpose. All right? That's what I see for you all. I hope this resonated with you. And I hope that you have a beautiful February. It looks like some really good things for you to keep in mind. Great things within your career and money. Being mindful of your relationships and pouring into them as well. And then taking care of your health and wellness. Allowing yourself to continue to grow spiritually, emotionally, and physically with your health, okay? Making strong decisions there. So that being said, thank you for joining the Abundant Joy Tarot. If you like the readings that you're getting here, please hit that like button for me. Subscribe if you have not. Share the channel. Let other people know that I'm here. I want to be able to reach as many souls as it would benefit. And I will see you in your next reading. Until then, have a joyfully abundant day. Bye. Hello, Pile 2, and welcome to your February reading. And if you were drawn into this Strength stone and this card here, then this is going to be your reading. And so let's hop into it. This card that drew you in here is the Commitment card. Now, the Commitment card can talk about deepening your commitment with the relationship that you're in, but it also can be deepening your commitment to yourself. It can also be deepening your commitment to the divine. But there's something about you increasing your commitment to something, putting in the work, doing the discipline, that is the key for you for the month of February. It is going to open you to a new level of success, a new level of abundance, a new level of love and joy, okay? So there's something very powerful about your making a decision to commit to something, someone, some project, some idea, some process, whatever it may be, all right? Now, this is the card, this is one of the cards that speaks to how you are walking into February. So that's what we pulled at. So the reading is, we're going to look at what is the energy of you walking into February? And then we will look at what is happening for you around your career and money. What is happening with you in regards to relationship and home, and then what is happening with you with regards to health and wellness. And then we'll look at what energy are you exiting February with, and finally, what is Spirit's final guidance for you to really get the most out of this month. So this first card, the commitment card, about making a decision to heighten, strengthen your commitment to something, or to make a commitment to something that you have not yet committed to. And understand that this can be you. Like we're going to see how this gets played out, but I'm hearing very strongly that it's also about making a commitment to self, to your own dreams, to your own, whatever it is that you're trying to make manifest in your life, really beginning to put that first and the work that you need to do to get that done, and really working at it on a regular basis, day by day, making the commitment. You know, commitments can also, I'm hearing, they don't, oftentimes when we think, oh, I need to make a commitment, it feels like such a labor intensive thing. When in actuality, a commitment is just saying, I'm going to commit to waking up at 7 o'clock every day and breathing for 5 minutes, right? But the commitment comes into those days when you don't want to wake up, right? And even though it's only, you got to only sit up for 5 minutes and do the breathing, you still got to make that commitment to get up and do the breathing for 5 minutes, if that's what the commitment is. Now, for some of you all, the commitment is going to be, it is going to be a bigger commitment. But the thing is that it is not, we often hold commitments as being a much stronger labor of love, when actually making the commitment in turn gives back to us oftentimes 2 times, 3 times fold what we have actually made the commitment of, to do, to be, to whatever it might be. All right. So let's see what else we've got here. So in terms of the energy that you're walking into February with, you've got commitment. We'll look at your tea leaves. And then the tarot card that you've got is the Page of Swords. So I'm really getting here. So the Page of Swords, interesting. Remember, swords is all about your intellect, your ideas, your mind. And he's literally sitting here on a stack of books, like a stack of ideas. And he's holding this dandelion, which in my growing up, when they were blown, like these are already starting to, as if they've already started to be blown, that you're making a wish, or multiple wishes are being carried off to the universe, right? So there's this sense in this card right here where it's like your ideas, you're sending your ideas and your thoughts out to the universe to be made manifest. And so what I'm understanding for you as you are walking into February is there is a need, and that must be what I was hearing earlier. There's a need for you to make a commitment to an idea, a spark, intellectual pursuit, creative idea, like a field of study, something that you're intrigued by, that maybe you've gone down a couple of rabbit holes. There's a need for you to make a commitment to pursuing that idea further and moving that idea from a place of thought, dream, right, to manifestation through your commitment to taking action. Okay, so that is what I'm seeing for you all in terms of the energy that you're walking into February with. Now let's take a look at your tea leaves and see what else might be around you. You've also got strength. So from a strength perspective, and we'll see how else this gets played out, but I'm seeing as you're going into February and this need to make a commitment, for some of you all, that is going to require strength. It requires fortitude. It requires perseverance to make a commitment and stick to it. Okay, and you're being asked to do just that. Your tea leaves are broken wishbone, wish will not be granted. And I really, when I got that, when I saw broken wishbone, what went through my thought was something was not granted to you in the past. And in order for you to move forward with it, with the idea, it's about making the commitment. So something was not granted because you were not 10 toes down with that commitment. Okay, that's what I'm understanding from that. Let's see what else we've got here. Love. All right. Wow. So with your tea leaves and commitment, we've got this love. So for some of you, it could be a relationship. It could be, wow, it's interesting. So it could also be a love of family and a commitment to family, whether that be like your, what is that called? Like your nuclear family, I guess, your nuclear family, or your extended family, right? Like a commitment to pouring into all elements of your family. I'm also hearing that it's a commitment to what you love. So a commitment to following your heart's purpose, following that which ignites your spirit and your soul. That's what I'm seeing here. And rat, someone working against you behind your back. I hate this little card when it comes up because it's just so petty, kind of like someone working against you behind your back. But we have to be mindful of that happening. Understand that if we do not turn our attention to it, do not put our belief into it, we take away the energy and the power from it. All right. So I would encourage you, and I don't often say this, but I would encourage you to just be mindful of where you share your information and, who you're sharing your information with. But don't carry that as a heavy load. Don't walk out of this reading going, oh, somebody's got my, and be focused on what other people are going to do. Because honestly, people are going to do what they're going to do. All right. But nothing can block what is inherently meant for you. Okay. As long as you stay focused on purpose, stay focused on light, stay focused on your big dreams, then that is what the universe is going to bring more of. That's why I say, do not turn your focus, because in all actuality, what I'm getting is that you know who this is. Like when I turn this over, most of you, if not all of you, were like, I knew that so-and-so. I know exactly who this person is or could be. Okay. So all I'm saying is just don't put a lot of energy into it. And I feel like I've already talked about it too much. So let's now talk about, so this is the energy that you're walking into your month with, making a commitment, pursuing something that intellectually excites you, an idea, a thought process. And using your strength to make that commitment. So let's now look at what is happening in the area of your career and money. And you've got 2 tarot cards, and they are the 4 of Cups. Interesting. And the 5 of Wands. So this must be why, because I often don't really address that little rat card too much. But now that I'm seeing this with regards to your career and your money, for some of you all, you're in a work relationship or in a work dynamic in which there is some shady kind of some sabotaging energy that is around you. All right. And you currently are focusing too much attention on that. So that's why I'm hearing that. Like, it's important for you to acknowledge that energy is going on, because you don't want to be blindsided, right? You want to be aware. We're in the world. We want to know what's happening. But do not put your energy and focus on a rat, okay? Just don't do it. This card, you got the 4 of Cups, which can talk about feeling stagnant, feeling like you're left out of the crowd, like, there's a sense of apathy is what the 4 of Cups sort of represents, okay? He's sort of looking at his cups and feeling like there's not enough in his cups, that they're not full, right? They don't have what he thinks he needs to move forward. And he's focusing on what he doesn't have and is worried about it and feeling apathetic about life in general. And we're talking about your career and your money, all right? So that means that you're in a place where you're not particularly happy with what it is that you're doing, but you're just kind of going along to get along. And it's going to be important that you be mindful of moving yourself in the direction of doing that which you love, okay? Because you've also got the Five of Wands here, which can talk about chaos, it can talk about disappointment. The most thing about the Five of Wands is I like to say that it also can represent challenges, right? It can represent competition, right? But you do need to be mindful of like anger and tempers with regards to the Five of Wands. All right. So, and I feel like this is coming from a place of unsatisfaction, of being unsatisfied with what it is that you're actually doing in your career, or how it is that you're receiving resources and money to help you to live the life that you want to live. Okay. You've got right action. Aparigraha literally means let everything that wants to go, go, and everything that wants to come, come. I like that for you because that's the thing. Like, do not invite in this energy that is no longer serving you. Just if people want to talk whatever smack they want to talk or do whatever they want to do, let them go do what they need to do. Like, it's fine. Let them go. Let them go. Because it is not worth your time or energy. Okay. And that makes space for you to invite in those people that are going to support you, those that are going to ignite your passion and fire for what it is that you're doing again. For some of you all, I'm getting with regards to your career and money, you may be rethinking how it is that you need to approach your career. I'm really getting the sense that I want to clarify, pull another card for, I need another deck to do that. But I want to clarify and pull another card for you all with regards to your career. Because this energy of apathy, I've got all of these decks here and I'm looking for the one that's easy to pull. Where is it? Okay. I guess I'll just use this. Use deck. Okay. And I want to just see, like, where is this going? Like, how do you need to deal with this sense of apathy? Apathy is an energy that doesn't, it doesn't move you forward in any type of way, right? And I don't want you all to be kind of like sort of stagnant. So I'm asking for clarification, Spirit, for this card of Four of Cups and this conflict. Okay, we got two cards, and that came out twice. The first time I put it back in, and then it came back out again, and that is this one, this 10 of materials. So there is a need for you. The Page of Emotions talks about a message of love, and what I'm getting here is that you need to listen to what is your power center, your sacral chakra, and your heart center. Where is that pushing you and guiding you with regards to your career and your money? That is going to put you into a space of abundance that is immense. Community connection. This is the 10 of Pentacles, the 10 of materials. This is talking about, not only material abundance, but like community abundance. Sort of wholeness in a very complete way. So in order for you to get out of this space of sort of apathy and conflict and not feeling like you know what to do, the right action is by moving like the Page of Emotions, okay, which is going to be the Page of Cups. And your Page of Cups is going to be about tapping into your joy, okay? Tapping into your joy, your playfulness, your creativity. There's a need for you, pile number 2, to really step into your creativity. Tap into what brings you joy in your work, in the things that, and if it's not in your current job, what would bring you joy? And begin to follow that, because that is what is going to lead you to this beautiful 10 of Pentacles, okay? It talks about refreshing. The Page of Cups talks about sort of refreshing yourself, refreshing opportunities, okay? And it also is like a message of love. So that's why it says to me that it's really important that you allow almost to get into a sense of like childhood playfulness. The page tends to be like a bit more youthful, right? And the cups are going to represent emotions. So it's about you tapping into your joy, tapping into your playful creativity that is going to lead you to a sense of abundance within the month of February with regard to your career and money. Do not allow yourself to get stuck into a cycle of apathy, because that is, you're putting that energy out and you begin to create more of that in your world. Same with conflict. Do not allow yourself to get stuck in conflict. Sometimes we've got to confront conflict. Sometimes we've got to deal with competition, and that can be great and it can take you to the next level. But do it from a space of joy. Do it from a space of childlike wonder so that you can ignite what you need to propel you into your Ten of Pentacles energy. Okay? So that's what I see for you all with regards to your career and money for the month of February. All right. So let's get into looking at your relationships and home. So relationships and home for pile number 2 for the month of February. And you have 2 tarot cards. You've got the Queen of Wands, the Nine of Pentacles. Lovely. That is really, really great. And then your card here is healing. Begin to think of the fresh air and the sunshine. Wow. This is really lovely, you all. So the Queen of Wands, you talk about stepping into your fire and your passion and your creativity. She is a very passionate queen. She is one that is charismatic, kind of men all paws type energy when you walk into the room. Okay, male or female, no matter who is listening to this reading. But this energy of really tapping into that fire within you, that is your internal power, that is your passion and your creativity, okay, with regards to your relationships and your domestic life, okay? Allow yourself to have a good time. Like, allow yourself to be fully into all of who you are as a creative, beautiful, passionate being with regards to your relationships. And you're going to see made manifest your harvest come in with regards to relationships. This is like the card. It is one of the wish fulfillment cards, but particularly it's the materials. It's the pentacles. Okay. So it's talking about the material world, right? It's talking about the foundations. So with regards to your relationships in your home, it's talking about not only having a stable home, but having a home that is abundant emotionally, abundant financially, abundant, an abundant and firm foundation that has been built with time and energy and effort. Okay, so it's not fleeting, right? It's like having a firm foundation within your relationships. No matter where you are in your domestic sphere, whether you are in partnership with someone or not in partnership with someone. If you're wanting partnership, this is about being able to bring about that partnership with your creativity, okay? With your creativity and your passion. And doing the work of healing, because you've got this beautiful healing card, letting the light come in. All right. So all my single people out there, it's like, get on out there and let yourself shine, because you are going to be very, very attractive within the month of February. Okay. And if you're in partnership, just bask in your partnership engagement, right? Allow the passion to come forward and allow the sense of stability and foundation to flourish within your connection with your partner, with your friends, with your family. All right. Allow for the work that you've done on healing to be shown to you, to be made manifest in the material world. You're going to really see some concrete examples of how things are blossoming for you with regards to your relationships in your home environment. So this is gorgeous. I love this. This is great. All right. Okay, so now let's look at your health and wellness pile number 2 for the month of February. And you've got the Knight of Wands. All right. Y'all got all this fire energy coming in February. And the 10 of Wands. Okay. And the Wailing Tree. Reconciliations. Look at this. Wow. Wow. Okay, I'm going to find out some more about this right here, but what I'm really kind of getting. So, okay, so with regards to your, there is a multifaceted story for you all with regards to February and your health and wellness. So understand that when we talk about health and wellness, what I was centering it on is going to be all those aspects of health and wellness: your physical, emotional, spiritual, and what's the other one? It'll come to me in a minute. Physical, emotional, spiritual, health. I feel like there's a fourth one. It'll come to me in a minute. Okay, so the first thing I see here is this Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is a very fast-moving energy. So it lets me know that some of the work that you have been doing, and also you've got this 10 of Wands. So some of the work that you've been doing is coming to a close, right? The 10 of Wands, the 10s always kind of represent a completion. Now the 10 of Wands lets me know is that you've been carrying the burden all by yourself. Like you have been really struggling through something for some period of time and carrying the entire load, not getting much help as you're on the path to whatever it is with regards to your wellness. So whether that be your physical health, your mental health was what it was, your emotional health, or your spiritual health. Okay. So, but what is happening is there's the end of a cycle of you being overburdened. That cycle is coming to an end. And I feel like what is happening is that that's all going to happen very quickly. And you're going to be moving to a place of your own internal fire. You're going to be moving to a place of creativity, to a place of passion. And that is what is going to continue to fuel your ascension with regards to your health. I'm getting for some of you, this has been a journey of physical health. And again, this is a general reading, so it's not going to be that way for everyone. Because for some of you, it's definitely emotional. Because we've got this wailing tree here, and it talks about reconciliation. Now, the first thing that I thought when I pulled over this card is this sense of loss with another individual. An inability to be able to communicate with someone, and through the work that you have done, that there is going to be an ability to get to another level of reconciliation with this particular individual. What I'm also understanding, though, is that for some of you all, this reconciliation, and for some of you, it's both, right? So it's an external person in which you actually are needing to have a reconciliation with. And that may look like for you a growth in your relationship. Okay. So if you weren't in communication at all, you may start slowly beginning to communicate. Okay. So it's like a step. I don't necessarily see this as like a full reconciliation, right? This feels like a very heavy card in terms of sorrow, okay, and pain. The other thing that I'm getting from it, though, is it also feels like there's a reconciliation in and of yourself. So it's as if you're coming to the end of a space in which you saw yourself in a certain way or treated yourself in a certain way that overburdened you. That was way too heavy. You were way too hard on yourself than anybody else was on you, okay? You were carrying the load of your world completely and totally on your own. And so pile number 2, what this reading is saying is that is coming to an end. And there will be a reconciliation of you unto you. you more fully embracing the shadow part of who you are and incorporating all of who you are into your growth, which will allow your tree to once again fully blossom. Because if there are parts of the tree that are wailing, that are being mistreated, that are being not seen or ignored in some way, or actually for some of what I'm hearing is like outwardly, I don't want to say outwardly abused, but like outwardly tormented, right? So a way in which you've been talking to yourself about maybe certain behaviors that you have or certain qualities of your personality that you just were not accepting, not allowing it to fully be. So instead, that part of yourself was just over there wailing, and that causes rot at the soul level. Okay, it causes rot at the soul level, and so things can never fully blossom if there is a part of yourself, even if it's just a part of yourself, pile number 2, that you are not fully engaging with or have demonized in some way. All right. So it's really important that you understand that for your health and wellness, it is time for you to step fully, step fully into your power. Okay. Step fully into your creative energy. For some of you, it's going to be about tapping into, I'm really hearing like music, rhythm, dance, okay, of some kind. She's drumming there, but I'm really feeling the sense of you getting into your body in a different type of way, perhaps accepting your body in a new way, okay, seeing yourself fully as to who you are. And all of this is going to be moving in very, very quickly for you, okay? This wailing tree, so that was my sort of intuitive reading, but I wanted to look and get a little more information on the guidebook for this particular thing. So this wailing tree also talks about grief and mourning, a time of necessary losses, all right? So for some of you all, you have actually been going through a physical loss, a physical mourning of another human being, someone that you cared for and loved, okay? But it's also about this overdoing, okay? So this says here, when you enter the wailing tree on your path, when you meet with the wailing tree on your path, it's an invitation to stay a while and regroup, a place for you to rest and allow yourself to say goodbye to what no longer serves. You may have been overdoing things, and that is in direct alignment with this 10 of Wands, okay? Working too hard or putting too much effort into life with little reward. If you've been considering making a change, now is the time to do it. And your change is going to be happening very quickly. But one important thing to consider before you make any changes is that you need to allow yourself to feel your disappointment, your loss, and mourn what was and what could not be. This is a way to honor your experience, to give yourself time to consider all the gifts in it and to put a proper closure on it. All right. So you all have been going through a journey. And there's a part of you, for a lot of you, I feel like this is a part, because we're talking about health and wellness here. So I feel like this is definitely a part of your personal growth, your personal journey. So for some of you all, what you're learning is that you cannot carry the full load. You are incorporating more of who you are as an individual, your authentic self, and closing out a certain chapter in your life. And so what you're being asked to do is to give yourself space and time to mourn that aspect of yourself and then step fully into your creativity, your joy, your passion, your hope, your all of that, okay? Because that's going to be coming in very quickly for you. Now, in terms of what energy are you going to be moving out of February with? So we talked about how you're moving in with this Page of Swords and a need for commitment. Moving out, you've got the 10 of Wands, okay? So again, this is the 10 of Wands again. You got the 10 of Wands within your personal growth, and you've got the 10 of Wands in terms of moving out. But what's beautiful about this card is that we do see that it is flowers, right? So there's going to be, as you're moving out of February, again, some things are going to be closing out for you in February, okay? Moonlight, yeah. This moonlight is about these emotions, these hidden emotions that you've been dealing with, okay? And so the 10 of Wands, you're moving out of February, you're going to be putting an end to an emotional state that is no longer serving you. You're going to be putting an end to ways in which you have overburdened yourself, okay? And not fully embracing all of what you need to feel. As you move to the end of February, you're going to allow yourself to feel whatever that loss was and get to the other side, okay? Get to the other side. And the final guidance from Spirit, grounded. Keep your roots and stand taller than the trees, okay? You're moving into a new space. Be gentle with yourself, pile 2, as you go into this next area of your life. Look at that. And this is the final guidance from Spirit. Magic Guardian. Unlock the magic within. This is what is going to be happening, pile 2, as you release these overburdens that you've been hanging on to. Okay, it is time. It is so time for you to be able to connect with your spirit guides, guardians that are going to help you to unlock something that you have not been able to have access to up until now. And it was important for you to close out this part of your journey, to get to this place, to walk through the burdens that you've had to walk through so that you could unlock this new area, okay? This card talks about you're not going to be looking outside of yourself. You're going to recognize that you have an incredible power within, okay? This is the energy of the universe that allows you, to manifest and create through the direction and power of your will. It changes according to your frequency. So as you're closing out February, you are literally changing your frequency, pile 2. So I need you to be committed to how you're changing the frequency and focus your energy on that which you're wanting to bring in. You need to remember that you are the magic. You are the answer. You have it all within you. If you've been searching for an answer or a reason to focus, recognize that all that you are looking for is already within you. You are a powerful and magical person with the capacity to direct your intentions and will your desires into being. But your power can only be powerful when you own it. So take time to acknowledge it. Your ability to dedicate, commit yourself to a goal and make it happen is a real gift that you are being guided to recognize right now. That brings us all full circle, pile 2. That is why this commitment card is so magical and beautiful. It is talking about you having that commitment to yourself, to your goals, to your dreams, taking the steps, trusting and knowing that you have the power within you to make it all happen. Okay? Beautiful. You have the strength. All right, so that's what I see for you all. I hope this resonated with you. And if you like what you're seeing here, click that like button for me. Share the video. Subscribe if you haven't already. And I hope that you have a joyfully abundant day. And I'll see you in the next reading. Bye. Hello, pile number 3, and welcome to your reading. This is your reading for February. And you were drawn in by this relaxed stone and this image here. And this card right here is Sad Embrace. So let me just talk a little bit about what we're going to be doing here quickly. And so in this reading, what I did was I pulled a couple of cards. So this is one of them, in which we're looking at what is the energy that you're walking into February with, all right? And then we will take a look at what can you sort of look to around career and money. And then we'll look at relationships and home. And then we'll look at your health and wellness. Then we'll look at what is the energy that you're walking out of February with or in, and then final guidance from Spirit. So again, we're starting with what is the energy that you're starting February, you're walking into February with. And you were drawn to this Sad Embrace card. And this card talks about the fact that losses is a natural, terrible, sad part, but a natural part of life. And you are being encouraged to allow time to heal. It talks about that you may be entering a period of loss. Some of you may have either recently lost something or might just lost a piece of yourself, just feeling emotionally depleted, feeling emotionally heavy. There's a real heaviness to this card, okay? You may have experienced a failure or a regret or a heartbreak of some kind as you are walking into February, and that relationship to yourself and to your environment is heavy on you as you are walking into February. It also talks about that you may be at a place where you are having to let go of something that you have long treasured, either a person, a place, an idea, a dream, okay? And that causes you to be in this place of loss. It reminds us that tears are like healing rain that can restore life to a parched inner landscape. So if you're finding that you're very weepy, understand that your tears are magic, pile 3, and that they can soothe and heal what is going on for you energetically. Know that you are not alone, and know that you can get the support that you need as you walk through this space. But you're invited to understand that your growth is always assured, that as you walk through this, you are moving toward a greater sense of beauty. You're moving to a greater sense of wholeness within your life, and your tears will not be in vain, okay? So that's the first card. Now let's look at what the tarot is that is also what you're walking into the month of February with. Interesting. So you've got the 8 of Swords. Now the 8 of Swords, for some of you, the reason why you're having to let go is because you have outgrown something. You notice that this angel is, the 8 of Swords talks about feeling trapped, our own thought. Remember, swords represent thoughts and ideas. And the 8 of Swords really talks about internal, like, torment, almost like tormenting yourself, but also like this sense of like outgrowing your surroundings and feeling trapped by what's around you, not realizing that you can actually escape what it is that is tormenting you. Both of these images are heads down, there's this sense of, I see this water here and it almost feels like these are tears. And this card is really talking about tears being a healing thing. So for you all, pile number 3, what I'm getting is that you're moving into February, having experienced a sense of loss going through an emotional space of pain, and trying to find your way out of the darkness of sorrow in some ways. And I'm so sorry that that is where you are, okay? We're going to find out more about that and what other kinds of energies are around you right now. Yeah, there's just this sad embrace is really so much about allowing the universe to embrace you through this pain, this period of pain. Okay. And your Eight of Swords is, many of you may be feeling like you are imprisoned. Okay. It's a mental imprisonment. All right. And so there's a need for you to reclaim your power. Okay. Because the Eight of Swords is about feeling powerless, feeling imprisoned, feeling restricted in some way. And then the sad embrace is about letting go. All right. So that's what we're seeing as you walking into February with that heavy energy on you. Then I pulled some tea leaves to see what other kind of energy is around you. And you've got forces working against you. Wow. Let's see. Vine. Seek out information that will help you. And Ram. A stubborn, aggressive person. Some of you are dealing with an individual that is causing you to go to a place where you feel imprisoned. You know, it's almost like they started the pain and you continue to flog yourself with it. And you may be dealing with an individual. This is like a stubborn, aggressive person. There may be someone who has a strong personality, who's engaged in it, who is setting their will and causing, really sort of saying that their will is the way that it needs to be. But the other piece of this that I'm hearing is that there is a certain stubbornness within you that is not allowing you to fully embrace your power. Pile 3. Okay. And that's not the most comfortable thing to say or to hear. But what I'm really getting is that it's really important for you to understand that you have outgrown certain circumstances. And it's important for you to seek out the help that you need to get the healing that you need to take the actions and the steps to get yourself out of this place of containment that no longer serves you, is way too small to contain the beautiful, emerging, growing, blossoming of your soul. Okay? Like, this is not going to contain that. And so you need to seek out information that will help you to maneuver out of this situation. Let's see if we can get some more information about where this is showing up in these various aspects that we're going to look at of your life for February. But if you're listening to this, I am believing that many of you know exactly what this situation is pertaining to. Whatever the situation is where you feel like you have outgrown the situation, it is causing you pain, you have lost something, you are in a place of sorrow, okay? Whatever is causing that, you are being guided to seek out information, okay? Seek out information. Okay, so let's take a look at your career and money, okay? And you've got a couple of tarot here for your career and money for the month of February for pile 3. You've got the 7 of Cups and the 3 of Cups. And your oracle card is gratitude. Fill me with gratitude for all you give. May I be a vehicle for you wherever I go. So what I'm seeing in regards to your career and your money for the month of February is that you have got a lot of options available to you. The Seven of Cups is all about options. But what the thing that can be tricky about the Seven of Cups is that some of the options that are available to you are actually illusions. So what's important for you is to tap into your intuitive knowing, pause, and think clearly about the decisions that you're making. But know that, not all of these 7 cups is an illusion or some kind of fantasy. There are good choices in there. And it's just about you being able to kind of think through what are the choices available. I feel like part of the way that you'll be able to get and, to seek and get help is through your friendships and your connections. Okay, because the Three of Cups talks about reunions. It talks about gatherings, parties, festivals, connecting with friends and family. And because we're looking at your career and money, and you've got this Seven of Cups, what it says to me is that by connecting with people that you trust, deep, close family members and friends, you can be able to lean on them to support you in making the decision that feels like it's right for you with regards to your career and money. And the other thing that you need to do is to make sure that you are keeping up with your gratitude, focusing on that which is working, speaking it out loud so that you can begin to send the vibration out to the universe to multiply that which you're grateful for, okay? And not focusing on this loss, okay? Not focusing on the pain, but focusing on the new choices that you're making to move forward with regards to your career and money. Staying in a place of gratitude for what it is that you have and what it is that you're blossoming in your life, okay? So that's what I see for your career and money. And now we're going to look at your relationships and home. And you've got the Tower. And the Three of Pentacles. And your oracle card for relationships and home, Wisdom. All right, so this may be where the loss is showing up with regards to your relationships and your domestic life, whatever that looks like for you. Whether you're single, in partnership, whatever that might be, this is about your relationships and your domestic life, okay? In relationships, if you're single, if you're not dating anyone, then it could be like a deep friendship. It could be family members that you're close with. It's those people that are in kind of your day-to-day life, your domestic life, right? The first card you've got here is the Tower. The Tower card is about letting go. It's like something is no longer working. You've been getting messages about the fact that it was not working for some time, but you were not able to fully let it go for whatever reason. There may have been circumstances that you felt like you were not able to fully walk away from it. Well, the universe says, it's time, beloved. It's coming down. It was not ever sitting on a firm foundation, and it's time for it to go. And your guidance here is just to let go, okay? It really is about letting go. It is not going to serve you to try to hold on to a burning, collapsing framework or building, okay? It's just no longer going to serve you. So the best thing that you can do for yourself is to allow yourself to let go. As painful as that may seem, I promise you, beloved, that on the other side, what can be built is a firmer foundation and something that is much, much stabler and can bring you much, much more joy. This is no longer working for you, okay? So it has to go. And then you've got, so for the month of February, then you've got this rebuilding happening. The Three of Pentacles is starting to rebuild within community. So in order to help you to get through this tower moment, this complete collapse of something, this need to fully let go of something, you're being encouraged to reach out to community, to friends and family, and begin to build anew with those that you trust and love. And you will begin to see significant progress fairly quickly as you take those steps to engage with that community, okay? And you're being asked to really, it's almost like be mindful of this tower. And I see this owl. This owl is representing wisdom, right? And I see this owl I almost envision him in the scene, but off to the side, right? He's off to the side. And I feel like Spirit is wanting you to take a step back and have a mindful approach to what are the frameworks that are coming down in your life. Step back from a place of wisdom and just watch it all collapse in front of you. Do not try to hold on to it, okay? Use your wisdom. You already know, pile 3, that it is time for this to go. So don't fight it, because by fighting it, you prolong the agony of it. The best thing to do is just trust and know that this is all happening for your good. I know that's hard, particularly when we're in the midst of something. And I can just imagine some of you saying, there ain't no way this is for my good, okay, Ade, because this is a hot mess and it is painful and it's terrible. And I completely understand that. But what I'm telling you is, if you can allow it to let go, that which will emerge is going to put you ultimately in a better place. And you will be able to look back at some point, maybe not immediately or in the near future, but at some point, and maybe for some of you, you can, because some of you already know. Some of you are literally like already this owl, looking at this stuff collapsing in your life and like, yep, I knew that wasn't going to last. You know what I mean? Like I knew, but there's something in our ego that still wants to hold on to things even when we know in our soul that it is time to let it go. And so Spirit is asking you to let it go, okay? Let it go. Lean into your wisdom and your community and begin to rebuild again, all right? Then for your health and wellness, you've got 2 of Wands, 6 of Wands, dances on one foot, balancing act. And that's a 9. Wow. You are going through a transformation, a very deep transformation with regards to your health and wellness. So understand that health and wellness here is talking about your physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual health. In order to continue to grow and gain leverage on the aspects of your health and wellness, it is going to be important for you to make decisions about your future. That's what this 2 of Wands is saying. It's about looking out to greater horizons and making decisions and taking steps in the direction that you want to move your own well-being. Envision how you want to feel in your body, in your spirit, in your mind, in your emotional world. What would be optimal? What would be your optimal day, your optimal week? What would that look like for you? Imagine it, allow yourself to feel it, and then begin to take steps toward what that looks like. Within your health and wellness, you've got the 6 of Wands. And the 6 of Wands is this beautiful card of success. So you are on the path, beloved, to success with regards to your overall well-being, okay? And not only is it success with the 6 of Wands, it is it is a success that is recognized. So it's like, not only are you, not only are you succeeding and feeling like, okay, I did this, but other people are recognizing that you did this and celebrating with you, celebrating around you and for you, for the work that you have done. And not only that, but I feel like in this particular situation, your health and wellness, the success that you are going to achieve in your health and wellness is bringing you to a place of opportunity to give back to others, to bring them along into a space of greater health and wellness. It's nothing to shake a foot at, because you've got dancing on one foot. That was not intentional, but dancing on one foot, which is about transformation, or at least that's what I'm seeing right now. And I'm going to give you some more information, but this dancing on one foot is also about balancing. It's about being resourceful, and it's about saying yes to life. Okay. So it's telling you that you have to find a new balance in your life. And just as a dancer moves gracefully into each pose, no matter how precarious that step might be, you have got to bring that sense of balance to the situation of your life, to balancing your health and wellness. No matter how thorny or difficult a relationship seems, you've got to bring the balance. You have to be dancing while juggling your entire life, knowing that at any one time, half of it is going to be up in the air. Wow. You have what you need, okay? This is what the main thing you need to understand, Pile 3, is that you have what you need. You have what you need to be able to balance. To not only balance what's going on in your life, but to actually come to a place of harmonious balance within your mind, body, and spirit. Okay? So even though it feels like there's some chaos going on for you all, the tower's coming down, this is telling you that you have what you need. And that if you don't have it, or you don't think you have it, the resources are available for you. Okay? So you've got to reach out for the resources that can help you to find the balance that you need. When it feels like you're losing your balance, do not contract, holding your arms close to your chest, for you will fall. Instead, reach out and extend them fully, saying yes to Spirit's steadying hand. You know, it's almost like this. Even when you feel like things are out of balance, there's a need for you to stand wide open and say, yes, Spirit, where are we going next? I know that you've got this. I know that you've got me. And I am going to be able to find the balance and the harmony I need within my life. Okay? That's what that dancing on one foot is. You're dancing on one foot, but you're not dancing on one foot alone. You're dancing on one foot with Spirit. Now let's look at how you're going to be exiting February. What energy are you walking out of February with? Now you've got this 10 of Swords and Strength. Wow. And look at that. Like, she is balancing. Again, this is about balancing your world. This is all about balancing. It's really important for you to understand. So the 10 of Swords, that's a hard card. It is really about heartbreak. It is about coming to a completion. It is about feeling defeated. Okay. So some of you, this month of February is going to be a tough month for you. And you're going to come to a place where you're going to feel like, you know, there was some level of defeat. The tower has come down, within your relationships and home. You're feeling a bit out of balance. You've got some choices to make within your career. But the thing about the 10 of Swords is that the pain is ending. It is the end of that cycle. And wherever there is an ending, there is a beginning. And you've got, with that card, the Ten of Swords, you've got strength. So that tells me that Spirit is telling you, you have the strength to meet this challenge, pile 3. So hang on, because you can balance the things that you need to balance, and new things are going to be opening for you. We can't, I wish I could, sort of like make every reading, blessings and blossoms and all that, but that's just not life. We all go through struggles in life, but the blessing of this reading is that what you're being told is, yeah, you're going through some tough things right now, but you're not alone. You have the strength that you need to be able to balance everything, which is a huge blessing, okay? And that you are not only going to succeed, okay, ultimately succeed, but you're going to succeed in such a way that you're going to be acknowledged for it. You've got new horizons available to you. You just need to make the choice to step into those new horizons. Yes, the tower is coming down for you, but what you need to do is make sure that you're choosing wisdom, that you are mindfully watching that tower go on by, and trusting and knowing that you are not alone, that the divine has you, and you don't need to hold on to something that's no longer serving you, so that you can make room for the abundance that's coming for you. Okay? Your final guidance from Spirit, friends. So again, as I said before, with this tower moment, go to your friends and family. Allow them to provide a bit of foundation for you. The most unlikely friendships can form. Like variegated leeches on hard rock, they create a tight bond. Okay, so as that's the other blessing that can come from these tower moments or dealing with immense pain, is that you can be surprised who it is that you can actually relate to. And it's like they're in the same pain that you're in, or they've been through it and they've gotten to the other side. So they recognize you, they see where you're at, and they're able to give you the information you need to keep persevering and going forward. Okay, so that's what Spirit is really advising you to lean on, friends and family. Okay, look at this. And the final wisdom is Medicine Mother. Honor your inner knowing. And that's what I said earlier. You all, many of you you're looking at this tower moment, and it's not a surprise, because the thing about the tower moment, like I said, is like you already have been knowing that this is not serving you and that it was going to come to an end, but you just were not quite ready to do it, or circumstances would not allow you to take the steps that you needed to be able to fully let it go. Okay. But now the universe says, yeah, we're done. It's so time to let this go. And so we're going to let it go for you. And all you need to do is to let go and hang on for the ride. This card here says, take action. Do what you know you need to do. So beloved, as hard and as painful as it may be, Spirit is really asking you to go ahead and take the steps that you already know you need to do. No. There's a saying in my tradition, don't ask what you already know. Okay? If you know something to be true, if you know something is hurting you or no longer serving you in your life, cut it off. Cut it out. So that you can be whole and happy and free. That's what your soul is meant to be in this life. So let it go, because Spirit really wants that for you, wants that freedom for you. It says that there is an old pattern rising up in you now, and it's time to deal with it and release it for good. So for some of you all, like I said, it's a person, a relationship, but it could also be a thought process, a pattern, an addiction, something that is holding you back, that is constraining you, persecuting you, okay? You're being encouraged to love and respect yourself enough to take the steps you know you need to take to move closer to where you'd like to be. You already know the answers. You know what you need to do. You may have been using delaying tactics or holding back, but now you're being guided to take action. And action requires courage. Take just one step, and when you do, the next one will be presented to you. It's the same thing, Spirit is saying, if you just take that one step, I'm going to take 2 steps for you. And then you're going to know what that next step is. And you'll take that step, and Spirit will take the next steps for you. Trust yourself and do the work that you need to do to get to the other side. Because I promise you that joy and abundance and a new level of freedom is waiting for you. Okay? So that's what I see for you all for the month of February. If these readings are resonating for you in some way, please hit that like button for me. Subscribe to the channel if you have not. Share the channel so that we can be able to impact more souls. And I hope that you have a joyfully abundant day. And I will see you in the next reading. Okay? Bye.